honor welcome you very specially, to this program. We are very excited, bumping and ready to go. The adrenaline is buzzing right now. And of course, to do what we do, that is simply talking about very frank conversations geared towards having a Nigeria that we're proud of, good people, and of course, this great nation. How was your weekend? By the way, they say charity starts at home. So let me ask from the pretty lady sitting next to me. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right. And
very well. How was your weekend?
it was okay. Bless God.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
okay.
works.
That works. Yeah. Right. Good morning, dearest viewers. I'm Uzom Sokichuku. Welcome to another week of Morning Spring, where we give you the news and facts as it is. Stay tuned. Stay
tuned. Of course, it's always one day. You know what they say about one day at a time, but then one day, one issue or one matter, one event. But the last weekend, it wasn't just about one weekend, one issue.
Weekend,
Several things happened. And of course, especially in this stage, the local government elections held.
Exactly.
In the face of many advices and all of those things from the police, advising, or they advised the OCEC, the state government, and of course the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission that, because of security and a lot of things on intelligence report that they have, they should suspend that election. Then the state government said, thank you, we will go ahead. And they went ahead. The election has come and gone. The winners of the match.
Right.
The People's Democratic Party, swept all available positions. It was a landslide. So many persons will say, as expected, not because it's PDP, because there is that trajectory that the ruling party in a state, most of the times, always get their way
in the elections.
In the elections, and that was what happened in Osun State as well. All the 332 polling units, the election held there, the councillors were that of the PDP, and then the chairman, 30 local government chairman, while the PDP extraction, that was on Saturday. The collation was done on Saturday. And they were all returned, elected on that same day. But very instructive to know that the collation and of course the announcement of the winners was not done at the OCEC headquarters.
Right.
Yeah, because OCEC said the day before their office were locked up
by the police,
by the men of the Nigerian police, and so they had to, and that even affected some of their preparations because they couldn't get accreditation done properly the way they would have, and some of the media stations were denied just because. But then they said they had to do what they had to do. It was moved to another location. Some said it was at the government house that it happened. The collation happened at the government house. The pronouncement happened at the government house. The Osun State government house, I should say. And then yesterday, the elected local government chairman around noontime were sworn in by the state governor. Quite a scene that was. And, something unusual happened. And when you are doing swearing in of local government chairman in your state and you have governors join you, I'm not sure I've seen that in a long time. The local government chairman swearing in was supposed to be done by the governor. It was done by the governor. But maybe People's Democratic Party were passing a message because many of their governors were there. I think that's Governor Bala Mohammed there yesterday. Governor Sheyi Makinde, that's the leader in the Southwest,
they're trying
was there.
To show that
we are together with this person,
we're together.
And of course, the cabinet members were there yesterday. We get into that because of the program. But then, don't hold it. It's not advisable. Oh, thank you for your advice. The election has come.
It makes me wonder, with the APC saying they took over the local government secretariats last week. When we talked to them,
we saw a chieftain of the party said 25.
Yes.
As a
Thursday evening. And today we're having another local government chairman from another party. We're having local government chairman from another party.
From the election I held at
What is going to happen today?
Where?
here, like who is
here,
going to
where?
be in
At West
charge?
African Television?
Like no, like
the local councils, right?
Right. Who is going to be in charge? Is it the APC?
Exactly.
Is it the PDP?
Exactly.
Like it's a whole lot. I mean, with judging from lots of persons that have come out to talk about the elections and all the rest. The APC said it was just a jamboree, you know. There are lots of people, different comments, different ideas.
Expectedly so. Right?
Yes,
but
expected.
You've raised a valid question. 30 local government chairman was sworn in yesterday. There were some local councils that had the quote and unquote, you know, according to the words of the APC, their chairmen that were reinstated. You know, they resumed using their words. So some of those councils had them, at least 25 as of Thursday. So today, the local council chairman that was sworn in yesterday, where are they going to? And, you know, most of their secretariats have been occupied by those of the APC. So what happens today at the local councils? And this is where people are calling the police as well. Right. Say, I don't know, we don't know how you are going to handle the business, but please do something else. So that, because exactly a week today was when that sad incident that killed 6 persons happened. What is going to happen today as well? The PDP chairman, are they going, I mean, PDP, the local government chairman elected under the flag of the PDP, they will try to take their place today. Course. But I think there was an advice from the governor, you know, but we'll look into that as part of the program, because no persons should be injured, you know, or die today just because of this situation. All right, we'll take a quick break right now. When we return, we delve straight right into what the papers are for us. They are in, you are in for a ride this morning. So relax, take a cushion, and ride with us. All right, I will be kickstarting the newspaper segment from the Nigerian Tribune for today. The Nigerian Tribune. Proposed taxes on free trade zone. Proposed taxes on free trade zone. $200 billion foreign investment may leave Nigeria. Nasima wants. Proposed taxes on free trade zone. $200 billion foreign investment may leave Nigeria. Nasima wants. With a rider says over 600,000 jobs at risk. That's very, very, very instructive to note. Right, and below that you have a gunman attack church, shoot pastor, abduct 6 worshippers in Delta. That's horror, you know, from the south state of Delta, the big hat. Gunman attack church, shoot pastor, abduct 6 worshippers in Delta. That's odd. And very, very, you know, a place of worship supposed to be sacred. Actually, we learned even in time of war, these are places that people run into for safety, you know, place of worship. But now when the same place of worship is being attacked, and then pastor shot, worshippers abducted, you know, it's a sad situation. To what end? That's the thing. Is it abduction? Is it assassination? Is it for ransom? Whatever it is, it stands condemned. Yeah. Right. And below that, Ogun to benefit as the world's largest protein producer, invest $2.5 billion in Nigeria. Ogun to benefit as the world's largest protein producer, invest $2.5 billion in Nigeria. And that's good to know. And I think about that, you have the chairman of Flour Mills Nigeria, John Konatoras, and, you know, with some stakeholders again, right, with the governor of Ogun State, Governor Dakwa Abiodun, you know, and his visitors, you know, in spite of their colors, are putting on the adire. Right. Clothes.
You can see the beautiful colors.
Yeah, you know, that's Ogun State to the world. That's where it should be. Now, 5 killed, 4 wounded in Edo over cocoa. 5 killed, 4 wounded in Edo over cocoa. That's page 5. Bizarre. And fresh controversy over return of Obi as PDP South leader. 1 week, 1 issue for the PDP. Fresh controversy over return of Obi, that's Dan Obi as PDP South leader, and Ramadan consumer goods stock surges by 6.6%. Of course, the Islamic faithfuls and adherents are getting ready for the Ramadan fast in the new month, or towards the end of the week rather. Ramadan consumer goods stock surges by 6.6%, and a top strip, how we gathered eggheads to manage Nigeria's economy. IBB, how we gathered eggheads to manage Nigeria's economy. Ibrahim Bademasi Babangida. IBB names Aboyade Nzimiro, Omolayole Mabugunje, Okongo Falai Kalu, top economist, technocrats tapped for economic agenda. And Adeleke swears in 30 Ocean local government chairman with a rider or riders tells them to stay away from local government secretariat for now. That's instructive,
That's a good one.
Well,
to avoid chaos.
Well, APC reject Ocean local government poll outcome, ask Tinubu to deny councils of statutory allocations. I'm sure the president is being put in a difficult place right now.
Right.
Because I'm sure his advisors will advise him on what to do. But one would say one of his advisors, in fact, is Attorney General, is Lateef Fagbemi, and who advised against that poll in the first place.
Yeah.
And we're to see. The court is always there to seek interpretation on all these things. And just like you said, and it has been stated here, the governor has told, the local government, this newly sworn in local government chairman, to say stay away. And it's quite, I think that maybe that's the way to go for now, as far as keeping peace is concerned. There's one thing they say around here: 2 people should not be mad at the same time. Just proverbially and figuratively speaking, meaning you should not be hot-tempered at the same time. You should not move in an aggressive way at the same time. And this is not about who is right or who is wrong. No, it's about, just keeping avoiding things that are avoidable. Now, don't truncate democracy. Makinde wants APC. Don't truncate democracy. Makinde wants APC. All right, that will be all from the Nigerian Tribune for today.
And straight to Guardian, we have a journey in service. Afterthought of the Maradona, say critics as IBB shares June 12 blame. Afterthought of the Maradona, that's in inverted comma, say critics as IBB shares June 12 blame. Okay, you can see the picture there of IBB. We have Abacha and some other persons there. And we have Nigeria may lose $200 billion FDIs, 600,000 jobs. Nasima warns as FG taxes FTZs. Okay. 1966 coup. Ohaneze demands apology. 10 trillion naira compensation to Igbo. 1966 coup. Ohaneze demands apology, 10 trillion naira compensation to Igbo. We have Pope has mild, at an inverted commas, to kidney failure, remains in critical condition, says Vatican. Okay. Pope has mild kidney failure, remains in critical condition, says Vatican. Concerns as Adeleke swears in newly elected council chairman, councillors. Concerns as Adeleke swears in newly elected council chairman, councillors. And we have 2027, APC warns Tinubu of Southeast risks as El-Rufai seeks alliances to rescue Nigeria in inverted commas. Okay. APC warns Tinubu of Southeast risks as El-Rufai seeks alliances to rescue Nigeria. I think this El-Rufai matter is really dragging for long. Like, it really shows that he's a great statesman, actually, because he is a statesman, because he came out to talk, and somehow his talk has been breeding more talks, reading more and more and more.
I don't know why you're referring to Rufai as statesman. I'm not sure he has attained that particular level yet, but then he's a politician. He is a politician, actually, and he's doing what politicians will do. You know, when it was within the fold of the APC, you know, like the real caucus is still in the APC, at least officially. Well, you know, that is what he did. When it was in the PDP, there was what he did, and all of those things. And, you know, now that it seems the center has refused to hold for him, he's still doing what he thinks he should do. He has been silent for more than a year, but now he has found his voice, and it's been
he's speaking, and he's not keeping quiet again. And
the people that he quote unquote is firing to are ready for him, and they have been speaking about him as well. 2027 is here. Nobody needs to be told. Is there already?
Right.
I mean, in preparation.
Right. In preparation for politicians. Politically speaking, exactly. Because
the game is
one would wonder, 2027, we're just in 2025, and this is still February, and we're talking about 2027. That's like 2 years away. Like, well, we'll leave the politicians to their political...
To what they do.
Yeah.
Politics. Yeah.
Okay, we have... Lagos, Ogun to experience poor telephone services amid police Nupeng standoff. I have Lagos, Ogun to experience poor telephone services amid police Nupeng standoff. And the last story, they'll have a picture. We have Chief Executive Officer Nupak Benga Kodafe and Managing Director, CEO, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, and Senator Heineken Lopobri, Founder, Chairman, Heineken Earth Holding, and Chairman, Energy. This was during a transcall at Hilton, Abuja. It was during the Nigerian Petroleum Industry Discourse, which held at the Transcorp Hilton Abuja Hotel. That will be all on The Guardian this morning.
All right, and away from The Guardian, let's have The Punch. The Punch for today. APC, PDP clash as El-Rufai woos opposition parties. APC, PDP clash as El-Rufai woos opposition parties with the rider. Ruling party berate Kaduna ex-governor for romancing PDP bigwigs. Others. Ruling party berates ex-governor for romancing PDP bigwigs. Others, you know. That is this analogy here, you know, I try to translate in the best way I can. Like, you are told that this is the leg of a goat. You are complaining, oh, it's bony. There's nothing there. And they now tell you, can you please drop it? You say, oh, there's still something around it. I think this is the issue. You know, people understand what I'm saying. Like, they give you a meat, it says the leg, something is not there. Okay, you don't want, drop it. Say, I can still see some things around it. I think that's what I expect right now, because especially for these rider, the Kaduna, possibly if you see caucus, saying, Malam, you are not doing well with what you are doing. Okay, is he really the one to stay, or will you want to work with him? You are distancing yourself, and he's not just with them, he's with the Malam himself. I think he has chosen his fight, and he's going ahead with it.
And he's not backing down.
But then that's what politics is about. His interest per time.
Right.
The same PDP that he left, that he has spoken terrible things about. You know, at the weekend, it was found in the company of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Many persons say, El-Rufai, you and Atiku, the same persons you've went about, you know, it's, but, you know, to start with, former Vice President Atiku was El-Rufai's boss. Of course, you know, when El-Rufai was FCT minister. Atiku was was vice president then. So definitely. And then they were a bit close, and the way Rufai does his things. And later, they fell out, and the back and forth was quite huge.
Yeah.
And now, 2025, the same people are found in the same league. Nigerians should just know where they belong in all of this.
Which leads me to what they've always said. In politics, no permanent friend, no permanent enemy.
Obviously. Even a toddler should know that one now. Yeah.
So I don't even concern myself much about their matters.
I'm not sure that you are not even allowed to be concerned about their matters based on what we do. All right. Below that, IG squats man secretariats as Ocean local government poll crisis rages. IG squads man secretariats as Ocean local government poll crisis rages, and stepfather friend arrested for impregnating 14-year-old in Lagos. Stepfather friend arrested for impregnating 14-year-old in Lagos. That's a minor, actually.
Yeah.
What kind of that's not right, at least, and that's, I think, ceteris paribus, that's criminal as well.
Of course.
This has happened in Lagos. We know, out of all the states in Nigeria, I think Lagos has shown itself to be way, head and shoulders above every other state when it comes to things like molestation, harassment, violence against women, and all of those gender-based violence and all of those things.
Yeah.
The moment is mentioned, in fact, they have specialized cost. They have desk of, waiting people who are ready to take you on all of these. Many persons usually say, if that happens in Lagos, and there are evidence to back it up, you are gone. And it won't drag long. Less than, in a few days,
of course,
it will be done with.
It's good.
And that's the way it should be everywhere. But Lagos has always, Lagos has always shown itself. And they don't care who you are, by the way. Now, below that, beside that again, Southwest governments lack power to stop Sharia panels. Southwest government, rather, take that again. Southwest government lack power to stop Sharia panels. Kwara George. And where Lagos Assembly, Tinubu engages Akonde or Shoba, others on peace mission. Miranda may step down.
Okay.
Lagos Assembly, Tinubu engages Akonde or Shoba. These are former governors. One from Osun State, the other from Ogun State. Very elderly people. Others on peace mission. Miranda may step down.
Okay.
Politics is really is politicky,
Right.
Gen Z's language.
It actually is.
Yeah, it's quite high. So
wow.
Nigerians are waiting to see what happens at the end of the day. Will she want to step down? Step down to what? Back to her position, because she was the deputy speaker,
right?
Yeah, and then is Obasa coming back rather? If Obasa comes back, is he coming to resign as well, or to continue his term? But something is happening, and we wait to see what happens. Now, tax reform. National Assembly engages caucus leaders as hearing begins. Now that they are done with the budget, I think the next thing is the tax reform bills, the highly controversial tax reform bills. The agitation went down, maybe because of the budget defense and all of those things.
Yeah.
Now that is off the table, the conversation will continue. We have the picture of the Senate president there, former governor Godswill Akpabio, by the way, and we have enough fuel to meet Nigerians' need. Dangote refinery. We have enough fuel to meet Nigerians' need. Dangote refinery. All right.
Okay.
And Babangida justifies $12.4 billion Gulf oil windfall mismanagement, despite Okigbo report. Babangida justifies $12.4 billion Gulf oil windfall mismanagement, despite Okigbo report, and that is on page 8 of this paper. There is a lot in that particular book, A Journey to Service, written by former head of state Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. since that book came to limelight. Many things have been said, denials from people, criticism from people, some are praising him. And in fact, people that were gathered in that room on that day, many of them have been criticized to say, what as the case, that particular statement, the admittance of a wrong by IBB, even while you can encourage him for admitting, but it shouldn't be a fun, fair kind of event where people are laughing, giggling, and, you know, banters thrown across the divide and all of those things, because a life, you know, the life, not just a life, but then very instructively, the life of that winner was cut short in that struggle. And one thing led to another. You know, his wife, Kudirat Abiola, was assassinated in that struggle caused by that annulment, you know, and many other persons as well. You know, I was on a program the other weekend, and one of my guests said it, that he was personally affected in that struggle. He lost his first child in that struggle. And, you know, for him and for many persons like him, now IBB admitting and he elicited applause and people were laughing, was possibly they were not having it. But then we'll look into that in the course of the program today as well. That will be all. But I dare say the June 12th thing wasn't the only thing in that book. But then I think it's the most instructive for many persons because of the place of that pronouncement and where that has gotten us in the history of our nation. Yeah, some persons to say it took Nigeria back to the dark ages. Nigeria was trying to get into democracy, or somehow Nigeria was trying to get something good, and somehow with that annulment and everything, it was truncated, and Nigeria went back to the dark ages again. We started all over again, and well, like you said, we'll look into it during the course of the program, so just stay with us. We will. We take this break right now. When we return, the program will continue. Let me also remind you that you can continue, perhaps, you know, this rush hour now, people are leaving home, and you know, you don't have to miss any part of this program. Once you can log on to your YouTube page and search for us on our YouTube channel at Western Spring TV. You continue to be part of this program and you won't miss any part. Western Spring TV, you can afford to miss any part today. Stay with us.